Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it, and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the lovely and richly appointed Rolex Oyster Perpetual Date, the 115234 with Rolex gray gold, that is, non-plated white gold faceted bezel, and a stainless steel case of Rolex's own highly anti-corrosive 904L stainless steel. So the timepiece in what Rolex calls white Rolex, 34 millimeters on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, and just as the cushion-like profile of the Oyster case makes the Datejust 36 look more like a 37 or a 38, that same profile makes this 34 millimeter watch look more like a 36 or a 37. It's absolutely a perfect match for my wrist size, and I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference. It's 11.8 millimeters thick, and you can see its height above the wrist, but it's nicely sloped on its case flank to fit underneath a tight cover sleeve. Two ways to measure this watch. Lug-to-lug case only, 42 millimeters. If you include the solid end links of the Oyster bracelet, it's a more substantial 43.7, but as I said, still suitable for a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference, with a spacing between the lugs of 19 millimeters if you're bold enough to take a factory Rolex bracelet off a modern Rolex watch. Now, the original owner of this watch sadly did not love it enough because he did not wear it enough. You can see original packing stickers still attached. We buy watches like this when we can, and it's a great find for us and it's a great find for you as the next owner, but I pity the guy who originally laid down for a watch he didn't enjoy. Now, the Date has been the long-running 34 millimeter counterpart to the Datejust in terms of bracelet, finish, and power. They have never been detuned or degraded or decontented. You can see the Oyster-style bracelet with polished centers, polished outer faces, satin-finished shoulders, removable links fixed by screws, and the same kind of clasp you would get on a Datejust. It has a beak and a hook system internally, so although it looks like a friction fit, you can't actually just pull it open. You do need to lift the vertical trigger and disengage it. Now, internally, you have everything you'd get with a Datejust. You have the 5 millimeter Easy Link system, and you have the divots drilled inside the clasp. You can see there are 3 of them. Rolex's new thing is to create these little channels or tracks that allow you to more easily guide the spring bar into the divots when you're using a strap tool to size. So you can remove links or add them. You can use the divots, and you can use Easy Link. It's a comprehensive sizing system that's just about guaranteed to give you the right size. Now, the timepiece is basically like a Datejust in profile. It has the same fluid form with its compound curves, the same sharp shouldered break between lug hoods and flanks, and the same screw-down Rolex twin lock crown. This one in stainless steel. You can see the little slash that lets you know you're looking at a steel twin lock. The bezel on this remarkably fresh watch clearly has never been refinished, and it has a wonderful gem-like twinkle to it. When you look at a fine-cut gem, it has the same kind of dazzle effect in the light. Now, this is a full-service sports or dress watch as you see fit. This is a timepiece that can do both because it's 100 meters water-resistant, it's on a full bracelet, it's got a fully loomed dial, and it's got a tank-tough movement that's the same you would have found in, for example, the Submariner. So it has the heart of a sports watch and the case to match, with a white lacquer dial featuring white gold applique indices, white gold crown, white gold hands, and the reason they're white gold is so they don't oxidize or tarnish over time. Because the Cyclops eye here is a white disc on a white dial, it actually doesn't wind up crowding the dial. It's almost hard to see the transition from one to the other, so if you're going to go with a Cyclops eye on one of the smaller Rolex case sizes, this is definitely the combo, with the white dial to match the white disc. Inside the case, I mentioned Submariner power, and Rolex delivers. Caliber 3135, 31 joules, manufacturer, automatic winding, bidirectional, and very smooth and silent. 48-hour power reserve. There's both a quick set for the Date and a stop seconds for the seconds hand. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and it features a full balance bridge with a free-sprung index, both features enabling the watch to become very shock resistant and shock tolerant on the wrist. There's an overcoil hairspring in blue oxidized niobium zirconium, and that's an anti-magnetic hairspring Rolex calls Power Crown Blue. It's a handmade Breguet overcoil structure that allows the watch to keep excellent time in any orientation on your wrist or dresser by centering the mass of the hairspring. That's what the overcoil does, enabling the watch to earn a COSC chronometer certification, which involves 5-position testing. Now, COSC is -4 + 6 seconds per 24 hours or better. Rolex then takes the certified movement, recases it, and times the watch so it runs no worse than -2 + 2 seconds per day, and that is the basis for the superlative chronometer nomenclature on the dial. So finally, it actually exceeds the COSC standards, not as a bare movement as with the COSC test, but as a fully assembled and cased consumer product, as a watch. You can see this lovely reference 115234 in white Rolex, steel and white gold, and make it yours on the Watchbox. Rolex Oyster Perpetual Date by night.